What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ron and Roger's Dr. Pepper Pub, and this time we're going to be discussing Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ron and Roger's Dr. Pepper Pub, and this week we will be discussing Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. So, Roger, what did you think of this movie?
I really enjoyed it. I was wondering.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ron and Roger's Dr. Pepper Pub. And this time we're going to be discussing Groundhog Day with Bill Murray.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be discussing.
This week we're going to be discussing Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. How many times are we going to do that?
No.
Alright, so what did you think of this overall?
Overall? Are we rushing it a little bit?
just right out of the gate, how many out of 10?
No, anyway. No, I enjoyed this film. I was wondering, what could they really do with this concept? I watched Happy Death Day, so I knew I could do that. But I really didn't know what to expect with this movie. So I was kind of curious to see it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun film. And had some cool things about it. Like the way he's trying to get the girl. And I was trying to learn from all his mistakes. In every single reality, I guess you could sort of say, like every time he says something, and then she gets mad, and every time he says it's different, so that he loves him more. But what did you think of this film?
I thought it was mostly pretty good. Aside from a few parts in it, I really enjoyed almost everything about it. I like the dynamic character change from how he goes from this cynical, selfish weatherman to someone who actually cares about other people. And it's all over the course of one day.
Yeah, and I think it definitely sort of has a message to it. Sometimes it really has some sort of lessons to it, which is also really fun. It's nothing really that important or anything like that, or really deep.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make you think about life or stuff like that, or at least not too much. Like in some scenes, I could see why this would make you think about life, but it's not really that much of a what's that? Philosophical film? Is that how you say it?
Philosophical?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it did a lot of the comedy really well. I thought it had there were some really funny moments in it. Like when he's just interrupting the woman at the beginning with the coffee, I think, in the hotel, and then also when he's answering Jeopardy, all the Jeopardy answers, and everyone's just staring him down. Does that? I thought that there were some really some funny moments in this.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there were. Its main genre really is a comedy, which I can totally see because it has some really funny moments in it. Not really laugh out loud moments, but then again, I never ever laugh out loud in when I watch movies for some reason. It's so hard to make me laugh in a movie. It's just so weird. I wish I would laugh more easily in the movies. I mean, with your YouTube groups, for example, I laugh out loud. I mean, look at the joke where I said Ron is cancer, that joke. I laughed out loud.
But a joke that's rooted in reality too.
Exactly. But for some reason, it's so hard for me to just laugh at movies and actually like mean it. Like, of course, you can just fake a laugh, but that's not even that funny. But what do you think of the story and like the old Groundhog Day all around it?
I think this movie was also kind of like the one of the first of its kind to really have the time loop as a factor, and I think it's almost like the definitive kind of base for how to build a movie based on a time loop. Like you have, like you mentioned earlier, there's Happy Death. Some TV episodes have a time loop episode. I think it's just kind of a fun idea. I think this is one of the first really things to actually capture how to do it properly.
Yeah, totally. Like it's pretty original, I believe. Like I don't know any other movies that actually have this concept in their movies that got released before this movie. So yeah, it's really pretty original actually. Like nowadays, it's not that original anymore because we've seen it in a million movies. But yeah, I really like this concept actually of like reliving the same day. You can do some really inventive stuff with it, and this movie definitely does do some inventive stuff with it. For example, the whole like I really like now it's not even original anymore. But like the scene where he's getting slapped multiple times in a row. It's more of like a compilation from scenes.
Yeah. He's just getting like destroyed one after the other. There's something interesting that I never really knew. I never really took the time to acknowledge this, but in the loop that he was stuck in that for I think like at least 30 years in the same day over and over and over and over. In an early version of the script, there was a bookshelf on one of the walls, and every day he would read one page of one book, and he finished the entire bookshelf before he got out.
Wow, man, what a that's some crazy activity to spend your time.
I think that also kind of adds on to how I think that might have been removed just because it kind of to me takes away some of the comedy. It almost makes it more like he's being tortured. I mean, could you just imagine living 30 years over the course of the same day over and over and over?
Yeah, that's really bad. I feel sorry for him, really.
What did you think of the acting in this?
It's pretty good. The actors are all handled fairly well. There's not really that much outstanding acting, but that's not what I'm really here for. It's just I'm here for some fun, you know.
Yeah.
Not for like Oscar-worthy acting, you know. Bill Murray is great as always, especially in the comedy, of course, because that's really his comfort zone. I mean, Ghostbusters and stuff like that, or Zombieland. And did I mention that there's this customer always going to my local supermarket where I work, and he looks just identical to Bill Murray from what he looks like today. And we have like this orange juice machine, and we have this half-assed bottles that it's so hard to close them. Like old people always come ask the employees to close them for you. So we have like these bottles, and it's so hard to close them, you know. You get it so far?
I think.
Like, do you have orange juice machines?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not mixing machines, but like, I think I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, you can just press a button and juice will come out of the machine, and we have to refill it with oranges and stuff like that. But like every single Saturday, the Bill Murray lookalike guy comes in and gets his orange juice, and he always asks me to close the bottle, you know. And for some reason, he's always swearing. So he's always like, "God damn it, this fucking bottle!" And one day, like the first time I saw him, I was like, "Damn, that dude looks like Bill Murray." And then he asked me, "Do you mind closing this bottle? These stupid ass bottles here." And then he's like, "I heard you're pretty good at it, closing bottles." And then I was just like, "Okay." And then he even said, "I heard that from your mother."
What the hell?
I mean, what the fuck? It's the customer telling an employee that I heard you're pretty good at closing bottles. Your mother told me.
What? How would that even come? Ignoring like every other issue with that, how would that even come up in a conversation? Like, oh, how are you doing? You will never believe how good he is at closing bottles. It is insane.
Oh my god. They just at sex, and then he's like, oh, by the way, did you know my son is really good at closing bottles?
If you ever need it, you just call him up. He'll close every bottle there.
Oh my god. And he's there like every Saturday, so every time he's like swearing and asking me to close bottles, and then every time I think back when he said, I heard that from your mother. And now whenever I see Ghostbusters or Groundhog Day, I will never look the same way at Bill Murray.
There's a post-credit scene in Ghostbusters where one of the ghosts gets out and asks Bill Murray to help him close a orange juice bottle.
It's like Slimer, but then made out of orange juice.
One thing in the movie that I really enjoyed was the scene where he's trying to save the old guy, and no matter what he does, he keeps dying. I thought that was a kind of touching moment, because it's like no matter what he does that day, there are some things that even he can't change.
Yeah, it kind of shows his like almost before that scene, you almost get the feeling that he's like invincible and he can just do anything, and he's like superior. But that scene really changed it, so that was actually really cool. But the scene where he saves the old guy in the restaurant, and he's grabbing his belly and stuff, and then like this little ass piece just flows, just gets blown out of his mouth. I thought that was pretty funny as well.
And how he's rushing around doing everything at like the exact right time. Oh, I heard there was a lot of attention to detail in this too. Like the kid that he saves from falling. Earlier in the movie, when he's in the hospital with the old guy, you can see that kid in the background with a cast on his leg.
Oh, really?
I heard that.
That's actually really cool.
Of little minor things like that. There are also a lot of deleted scenes in this movie. There's one where he's at I think where he's playing pool, and he's like betting. Guy asks him who he's going to take his games, and he like bets every single game at the exact score. Right? Because he's like nailing.
I thought this movie had a pretty good runtime, so I don't really mind some scenes getting deleted, honestly.
Yeah, I get that too, and also the scenes were good, but they also kind of point where they'd be in the movie, they kind of would have contradicted his character change. Because he's kind of still a jerk when he does some of the things, and then it just would be out of place.
Like when I finished the movie, I was like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about in the podcast? Do you have anything else to say about Groundhog Day?
Not really. I don't want to say the same thing over and 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 over. It's another dumb Groundhog Day joke. But what would you rate this, like, out of 10?
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
I was thinking about this.
7 out of 10. What was that?
What would you rate this out of 10?
7 out of 10.
So what would you rate this out of 10?
7 out of 10.
So what would you rate this?
7 out of 10.
I would say, I was originally going to go with something like a 9, but I kind of bring it down to an 8 because there are a couple things that don't make sense. The plot I enjoyed. I enjoyed the comedy. I thought him becoming a good guy, over time, made sense. But the one scene in the middle where two things didn't make sense to me. Like, one, he liked the girl. When he's with the one girl at night, and then the one with blonde hair, I forget her name. And he says the other one's name for some reason. It just didn't make sense because there's no reason that he would really like her. And then also, when he keeps trying to date the other girl, she keeps slapping him. Like with me, I would kind of give up by then. I mean, even if I had an infinite amount of time, is it even worth it?
I know, like, for real. I think he's just screwing around with the old concept, Because really, what else would you do?
If you get slapped, like, 40 tries, like, is it even worth it?
No, it totally isn't.
Like, oh, you didn't toast the world peace. I'm never going to date you. But then early in the movie, he's insulting her and she still likes him. That's what doesn't make sense to me. That was the chair. I'm not lying. That actually was the chair.
I'm not going to cut this out of the podcast, bro. 7 out of 10.
7 out. I have this ninja star that I've been throwing into the wall in my room for some reason, over and over and over. There are about 40 different holes in the wall from it. Let's see if I can make it 41. Nice, 41. Yeah, these ninja stars I got during a vacation in Florida.
This started as a podcast for Groundhog Day, and now we're talking about ninja stars.
I mean, like, if you can tell a story about the orange juice guy,
hey, but at least the orange juice guy looks like Bill Murray, okay?
Hey, don't insult my Disney vacation, okay? I had to mail back the ninja stars, but I could bring the nunchucks on the plane with me. Yeah, I don't get that either. See if I can make it 42. Oh, that landed on the ground. 42. Nice. Alright, so what would you rate this out of 10?
7 out of 10.
Alright, so what would you rate this out of 10?
7 out of 10.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Ron and Roger's Dr. Pepper Pub, and today we're going to be discussing Groundhog today with Bill. So, Roger, what do you think of this movie overall?
7 out of 10.
This is out of the whole podcast. This is the whole thing.
Worst podcast we've ever done.
It's the best. It's the best.
7 out of 10.
So what would you rate this out of 10?
7 out of 10.
That's not 43. That's 43. That's actually 44. It hit 2 spots at once. That landed in my clothes. Alright, so I think that's gonna do it for this one. Do you have anything else to say, Roger?
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
There we go. There we go.
Anyway, make sure to join us next week where we'll be discussing Silent Night, Deadly Night.
We're going to be doing some stuff for Christmas, and Roger, you have a Christmas special around Christmas on your channel. Would you like to tell everyone about that?
Yeah, it's gonna be another short film. Excuse me. It's gonna be another short film called Popcorn Party Massacre. It's gonna be great. I finished the screenplay. My friends are excited to film it. I'm excited to film it. I'm excited for you all to see it. So yeah, around Christmas on my channel it'll be online. And of course we'll be doing a lot of Christmas podcasts on this channel. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And that's really everything I got to say.
And also, check out on Christmas, I'll be uploading a Christmas special of some crazy WWE fighting with all custom characters. So be sure to check out both of those if you're interested.
Yeah, Ron has worked a long time on that video, so y'all better check it out.
In total, it will be the longest time I've ever spent on a single video.
But yeah, your videos haven't been getting a lot of views lately. No. Your videos haven't been getting many views lately. Cool video, by the way.
Alright, so before we end it, what would you rate this movie out of 10?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. This is so stupid.
Yeah, I know. This is like the worst podcast we've ever done.
I think it's the best. I have about 13 more holes.
All we really talked about in this video was the guy looking like Bill Murray with his orange juice and your ninja stars.
This is so unrelated to Groundhog. This is more like just a random call.
Guys, everyone who's still watching for some dumb reason, this is everything that happens in our calls. Just this random fucking shit.
And Bill Murray cursing out Roger for not turning on his orange cap fast enough. Oh, that was a good throw. That was a good throw.
7 out of 10.
What would you rate this movie?
7 out of 10.
I don't know when to stop.
I don't know. What if this turns out to be the longest podcast we've ever done?
Not longer than Speed.
Oh,
Okay,
Speed.
That ninja star there. The WWE video will also have commentary from me and my dad, so make sure to check that.
Anyway, this is all really we've got to say.
Yeah, we did. 8 out of 10 and 7 out of 10.
So yeah, we'll see you guys later. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya, chump.